I hope everyone has joined, right? Why you guys are not joining again? Sorry, if I'll take here email ID. Give your name, whatever. Verify your email address first. This is the first step. Okay. So go to your mails, check here. Already I have created Gmail to show you guys, but email user ID. Okay. This is for root account. Password you can give anything. Continue. Okay. Step 1 got done. Don't say. Now we can give the name anything. See, AWS account, they can calculate your Gmail ID is the unique identification. Okay. You can create number of accounts with different Gmail IDs. Okay. Once your account got suspended, you can create one more Gmail ID and you can create one more account. Okay. So credit card, phone numbers, those are not unique identification for creation of AWS account. Only thing is for Gmail ID. You can change your Gmail ID, you can do it. Okay. So you can give your mobile number here, but I forget my wallet today, so I'll just show you the steps. Okay. India. So you can give address here. Okay. Whatever address, something, you can give anything. Okay. Step 2 got done. Next, give your credit card details. That's it. And PAN, just give no. Okay. Is it optional, right? Then why you need to give PAN? Don't give. Give your credit card details. You will get OTP verification done. That's it. What is your doubt here to create account? Anyone? I forget my credit. No. Sir, it's asking $1 na. No. Where? 2 rupees only, right? Dinesh. It will ask only 2 rupees. Let me check. Is there any credit card photo in my lap? No, yeah, this is new phone. Okay. So try with this. So if you still have any doubt, just ping me 1-to-1 so that we can sit and complete account creation. Okay, give your credit card details. See, Visa, MasterCard, Amex, RuPay. It will support these 4 cards. Card details and step 4 you can use your debit card. Okay. 4th step is what, guys? Enter the OTP. 5th step is just give your personal why we are creating account, this information may they ask, just give for personal use, and you can select what domain you are going to show more interest in this AWS. You can select DevOps or any other thing, AWS, anything you can select and just log in it. That's it. Okay. Okay, cool. Tilly here you are also done, na? Then what, where you exactly are facing the issue, Dinesh? Okay, so we can connect later for this. Just leave it. Okay, guys. So we discussed yesterday what? Virtualizations and okay. See, Tejashvi is responded. You can connect with her. Thank you so much, Tejashvi. So guys, you can just help to others also. Okay. We can save our time. The small things. Okay. Next. Okay. So virtualization. Anyone has any doubt on virtualization? No, right? We are very clear, right? Okay. And later we discuss what? Pricings. Okay. What are those pricings? On demand, reserved, spot, dedicated. So here, all are there here, right? Instance types, we already done, right? Launch template, we'll discuss later. Spot request. So this is the spot request. The option is, so I just sincere request to everyone, don't do any lab on this. Just listen only. Okay. It's chargeable, all those things. Okay. Spot is for free of cost, but reserved dedicated host don't create. Okay. Just understand the concept only. We already done theory, right? Just understand the top things. I'll just go through all the steps. You just understand only. Okay. Request a spot instance. Once you go here, manually configuration launch parameter. Yes, manually I'll just going to create. If you want to select AMI, we can select here. You just give key pair. See, all are same. Okay. The tariff is different only. The creation of EC2 by using spot or on demand or reserved, everything is same. The main difference is for costing. Okay. The platforms are different. So which platform you are going to choose, accordingly will get a bill. Okay. So, but creation, operation, all are same. There is no any other things to choose these steps. Okay. Okay. So here I'm just giving the steps, all are network, which network it is, default, availability zone, where you are going to create, this instance, which availability zone. So all are same, guys. Nothing is there. But the thing is here, if you can see in the spot, I'll just launch here. My request submitted to AWS team. Okay, they can verify and they can give access to this instance if it is available. So in that case, I'm just raise the auctioning. Okay, so may today also other people also raise the same request. They can check, they can allocate to respective person. Okay, based on the availability. So I raise for T2 micro, someone may raise for M1 large, someone may raise to C2 large. So they can check all requests, which request is available at this time, they can allocate you in the left space of your host missions, right? This is the request. Okay, so clear? Everyone, creation, my request is submitted, status is pending. I'm not going to approve this status, right? So this is going to approve by AWS team. I have just raised the request of bidding option kind of things. Okay. So they can approve check this request. They can approve again. So these are the steps you can follow. Which network you need to place. These are required instance attributes. You can leave it. Required instance attributes is nothing but in the spot, how many CPUs you need, how many, how much RAM you can require. You can give this the parameters here. For example, if I need 2 CPUs, 16 GB, you raise the request, right? So you can give maximum, you can give for till 64 GB. You can give like that 4 CPUs. In between, I need a instance. Okay. In between. So here there is no option to select like, T2 micro or T3 micro kind of things, right? We can give here the the parameters here only. How many CPUs are required to create this instance by through spot. So you can give it the parameters here. Okay. So if you're going to create EC2 mission, definitely right? How many CPUs are required, how much RAM is required. So you can select and raise the request to team. Accordingly, you are the billable. See, 2 CPUs or 4 CPUs, 16 GB, 64 GB for RAM. If you can see here, 68% saving compared to on demand. Right? So definitely the cost, whatever you are going to do, you will get for 68%. But if you are used in proper way, you will get up to 90%. So for 2 CPUs, 16 GB RAM, 68%. If you can select other CPUs like so instead of 4, 8, the pricing may different here if you can. Okay, so like that, choosing the parameters, the price may vary till 90% of discount to your on-demand price. Okay, this is the major advantage to choose the spot instance. So in the tariffs, if you compare with all the active, right? See, already I got active M6 I large. Why M6 I large here? Anyone? I have selected 4 CPUs, 64 GB. So these two will tariff just M6 I large only. Okay, this type they can give by default. In the 4 CPUs, 64 GB, maybe T series also there. Okay, M series is comes under which purpose? General purpose, right? So they have allocated me general purpose TRM series to tally whatever attributes I have given for 4 CPU 64 GB. They have given my one instance to me. Clear? So I will get response in 1 or 2-3 minutes. I should stick on this M6 I large in whatever operations I'm going to take care of this win. Okay. Now, if I want to change this options again, you need to go and initiate. So create. No, here there is no option to modify. Okay. So you should stick on the same request. Clear? You should stick on M6 I large only. So if you want to scalable, if you want to increase, no, you should create one more request. Okay, this is the option. We don't have any guarantee you will get to support your application for 5, 6, 8 CPUs or 64 GB after you raise the request. Until they confirm, you should stop your services. So that's the reason that the spot is not suitable for production environment. Production environment is nothing but what? Once application go live, so the spot is not support for us. This is for just testing purpose, development purpose only. We are going to use spot, right? If the persons are there, I need a resource, very cheap price. For them, the spot is the best platform to create. Okay. Anyone has any doubts on the spot? Okay. So what you can understand from this, only the points is spot is the very reasonable price we can get it out of all the types. This is a very important point. And spot is the kind of bidding auction. So we can give the required attributes, like how many CPUs are required, how much RAM is required. You can give it to that in the bidding auction. They will confirm if the space is available in the host missions. Okay, clear? But we should see in the EC2 if you create, I'm able to see so many options, right? Say, I will show you, right? Wait. If anyone has any doubt to wait, I'll just start the mission here. See, this is now M6 large. Okay. Approved already. So that's the reason I'm able to see here. Okay. So like that, if you just create a spot request, if they approve, you are able to see in the instance list. Okay. So don't use this spot. If you want to use, just give 1 GB or 1 CPU only. Don't give 464 something. Okay. You will get cost. Okay. I'm just going to terminate here. Okay. So while creating time for EC2 instance, launch instance, this on demand, in the on demand, if you are just go to create the EC2 mission, we can give here so many configurations, right? So many configurations. If you want to select which type of instance, you can select here. But in spot, we don't have any option to choose all from this list. The reason is, see, all the list if available in the spot, everyone can come and create the instance in spot only, right? The reason is they have given only specific resources only available in the spot. So there is no option to select required type of instance. The reason is we discussed already, whatever memory is left in the host missions, they are going to give in the spot. right? So if all these kind of types if available in the left memory, they definitely can give into that on demand, not for spot. Okay, so these options are not available to give in the spot. Just you can give how many CPUs are required, how much GB RAM is required. Depends on your request, they can create one EC2 mission to you. Clear? This is the spot. What is the maximum storage we can increase in instance? See, so if you can go types, where is the types here? See here, okay. If you can go here in the T series, M series, it's a general purpose. So how you can check in the T series, M series, if you can go here, see see there is no difference, guys. T2 micro, T2 nano, the difference is they can vary the RAM CPUs. T2 micro 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM, right? If you need 2 CPUs, 4 GB RAM, you can select here. Is there any 2 CPUs, 4 GB RAM, T2 medium? No, I need 8 CPUs, 16 GB RAM. So 8 CPUs, okay, tally here, but 16 GB is not available. So we can go with 32 GB RAM. We know all are 8 bits, multiple of 4. Okay. 8 4s like that it can carry. T3 small, T3 large. Accordingly, if you enter into the C, again the 16 CPUs, 32 GB memory. So if you can go like this way, 64 CPU, 128 GB RAM, highest. What is the series of CPU based instance? CPU based instance, what is the series? Anyone? What is the series of C series, right? If you can see in the C series, just go through the guys. You will get high CPUs, 96 CPUs. Okay, 192 GB RAM. I think that one is the highest CPUs, 196. Okay, again I enter into the M series. M series, less CPUs, not like C series. Highest CPUs we will get from CPU based instance. Highest RAM will get from RAM based instance. Okay, general purpose, the both can vary some maintenance like balanced loads. Okay, leave it. Just go through this thing. Okay, you can easily understand. Okay, anyone has any doubts on spot instance? This one. I'm just cancel the request. You no need to terminate. You can cancel here, automatically instance not terminated from there. Okay. Okay. If you want to see here pricing history, you can come here. You can see here. You just change the instance type. If you want to see, I need T2 micro. Let's suppose you just type here T2 micro. There is no T2 micro. Say here only. You can see here. Average saving is 70% if you can choose T2 micro. On spot, let's suppose if it's 100 rupees in on demand, you will get it into the 30 rupees in spot. Okay, you can see, check the all those things. The range is for 1 week. If you can change 3 months, maybe you will get the more discount. 3 hours, 1 week, 3 months. Okay guys, so anyone has any doubts? If you want to check saving plans, you can go with the saving plans. You can read out if you have any interest. Okay, how the pricing may get the save if you choose the things in that. Okay, next, reserved instance. If you don't have any doubts on spot, I'll just discuss on reserved instance. Now you tell me guys, what is the reserved instance? No, once you terminate the instance is going to terminate from the host mission. Okay, you won't get back, but we have options. We'll create the instance by using the same hard disk. We can save hard disk somewhere after terminating the instance. Okay, from that hard disk we can get it. Okay, we can discuss everything in the coming classes, don't worry. Okay, what is the reserved instance, guys? Based on your demand, you have to reserve particular day, month, or year. So we can reserve here only for 1 year or 3 years. We don't have any option to reserve day and months. Okay, definitely you should have long plan, right? So if anyone asks what is reserved instance, so if I can choose the platform as a reserved instance, so I should reserved for 1 year or 3 years. This is the first point you should say to interviewers. After that, I can get, if I choose the reserved instance, till 70% discount on compared to on demand. Okay, so definitely before going with the reserved instance, I should have a proper plan, long plan on this instance. If I don't have any plans, if I don't have any long plans on this instance, if I choose, guys, one question to you. If I reserve instance for 3 years, okay, if I instance reserved for 3 years, but I'm not using that instance, will I get bill or not? Definitely will get bill. So you already reserved, but you're not using, even though you will get bill. That's the reason I'm saying you have a long plans to create a reserved plan. So you reserved, for example, guys, there is a cab service. You just go to cab dealer and ask for one car for immediately. The price is different, right? If you ask immediately, the price will different. If the same person, if you ask the same person, I need a car for after 1 week for 1 day, definitely price is different. You are intimating before, so that they can check and allocate you car for next week, that particular day. But if you can go the same day and ask for 1 day, again the price may different. This is the one case. Second case, if you take the rental basis of car for 1 week, but you are not going anywhere, just keep your car in front of your home. Is that any use? Again, the same thing I'm trying to say here. Okay, it's kind of Tatkal tickets, whatever. The same thing. Yes, very good, Dinesh. Tatkal ticket. If you can book the ticket before, you will get the price is different, right? If you go with Tatkal, premium Tatkal, the price premium Tatkal is immediately, right? The price is different. Now we have one more option. What is that? No. I'm talking about Tatkal schemes. We have one more scheme. In that, I think if the tickets, if you want to book the tickets in railway station itself, the train will start in before 1 hour. That is the scheme is called what? Current booking, right? Current booking options you have. So is there any fixed price for current booking? You will get less price also. You can compare with that is a spot. What is a spot? Left space. What is a current booking? Left seats or left sleepers. Okay, you have a bulk seats or bulk sleeper seats left in the respective train. You will get it very less price. That is current booking. Okay, Tatkal booking, you have a proper plan. So you don't have a proper plan. So you are booking 1-2 days before. You will get a little price different. No, you have proper planning for 1 month before or 2 months back. You will get it less price. So kind of you can compare with the tariffs. Okay. No, see, I'm coming to that point only. So in the upfront fees for applicable for reserved instance, what is upfront? What is upfront fees? You should pay before, right? If I book 3 years instance, I should pay upfront fee. Immediately should pay. Otherwise, you should divide into 2-3 EMIs. But you should pay. That's it. Okay. If I choose reserved instance, indirectly, I'm going to pay all amount before. That is upfront fee. Is there any upfront fee for on demand? Think it. Is there any upfront fee for on-demand? No, you can use, you can pay, that's it. But for this reserved instance, we should pay upfront fee, but we'll get 70% discount. Okay, 70% discount. Okay, okay. So I'm going to purchase a reserved instance. If you can go here, the same process, Linux, tenancy default, team, permanent options, T3 micro, whatever. So go with that. There is no T2 micro option, I think, in this reserved instance. That's the reason I'm getting T3 micro here. Okay, okay. If you search here, see, these are the prices. If you can see here, terms is for only two options, 12 months or 36 months. We don't have any other schemes like 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. After 36 months, you should again renewal your service. If you can see here, yes, if you can see here, AWS 12 months effective rate is for $0.007. Upfront price is what? $58 for entire 12 months. Clear? Hourly rate, is there anything here? No, zero. Hourly rate is zero. Next, offering class, we can discuss later. At this time is no. Okay, these are for capacity is 1 CPU, 0.5 GB RAM. Okay, this is fine. I'm going to add cart. Okay, if I just go to add cart, one reserved instance total due now $58. I should pay $58 due. I choose for 1 year. If I go to view cart, if I order all, I'll get a one instance for 1 year. Oh, don't click. We should pay $58. So again, I'm going to show you guys. Just go to reserved instance, purchase reserved instance, click on this, select the required instance. I'm just choosing C6 4x 4 large. Is there any other thing? C6 48x large. Okay, search. Okay, go to add cart and just view cart and order it all. Okay, simply will get 24,290. Sir, I'm not giving any current address to them, right? I'm giving something. Is it possible? So definitely you given already credit card details, right? They will come immediately next day. Hi, this is from AWS. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm learning AWS only. For that I'm not coming. You should pay $25,000. So don't do that. Don't misuse, to check all those things. Many people are, the curiosity to check what happened. So go with minimal options always. Okay, go with minimal options. Don't go with large something. Okay, clear reserved instance. Anyone has any doubts? While click only, it will deduct amount or it will ask any confirmation. I think your question already given answer in that, right? We should give view cart and order all. Okay. That is for 1 year only, $25,000. If you can 3 years, $75,000. Okay, clear? Any doubts? Reserved instance, spot, clear, right? What is the next? On demand done, spot done, reserved done. Dedicated host. Before that, what is dedicated host? After reserved instance 12-month fixed price, do we need to pay any additional price? No. So much of bargaining. Bargaining is not allowed in AWS. I'm not using just can you reduce the price? I will use only for 3 hours per day. No. If you can choose reserved, you should pay. What is the effective rate for upfront price, right? If you can choose the mission in on demand for 1 year, definitely you should pay more than $25,000. That is for C5 large. Okay, T2 micro $50 only will get for 1 year $50 only. If you can go with the same T3 micro And on demand, if you are not choosing reserved, if you use for 1 year, you will get definitely $500. You should understand the variation. Okay. Chandrasekhar. Okay. So definitely this question you will get from interviewers. So don't panic. We very easily understand these topics. Okay. Next, what is dedicated host? What is dedicated host? Dedicated host is to buy the whole server dedicated for us, not server. Whole host server. Okay. Whole host server. On top of the host server only, we are going to create EC2 instances. That is called virtual machines. Okay. So entire bare metal we are going to purchase. Bare metal is nothing but entire hardware. The hardware is 1 TB. You are going to purchase 1 TB hardware. On top of that, you can install, you can spin up instance till use of 1 TB hardware. That is reserved instance. Which one is the most chargeable here? Dedicated host, right? So for reserved, you are getting bill for $25,000 for 1 year. In the dedicated host, you will get 7 times or 10 times. Okay, anyway, name of your dedicated host, Naresh. Choose instance family. So here all instance is not available. You can see here the list is all about 20 only. So out of, I can choose the first T series is the less price. So T3 I'm selecting here. Okay, next. And availability zone, we have a 3 availability zone, 1A, 1B, 1C. Instance auto placement. What is this? Anyone, please? Instance auto placement. Anyone? How many instances are available in together? Means you're talking about families. That is for 5 types, right? 5 types, right? Just read it and understand. What is this? Anyone? So self-learning is very important, guys. My training will help you for 50% only. Okay, you should go depth. Just understand what is this. Sorry. If disable this instance auto placement, what they are saying, disabling auto placement will preserve the dedicated host for target launch request. Enable auto placement will allow untarget launch request to success. What is that? If I enable this one, if I create any instance, those instances automatically place into my target host target mission. Whatever instance you are going to create, this instance automatically created into an host. If I select this, definitely your host mission should support more range. If I create C5 instance, the C5 instance consume more hardware. Your host mission should support that hardware. So before that, you should purchase long host mission. It will support, right? So we are not enabling this one. We just disable it. While creating instance, if instance going to land on your host mission, you can select there only. Optional. If I select here, whatever missions you are going to create, those missions are going to land on your host missions. But all missions I'm not allowing to land on my dedicated host. We have options. We can control the instance land if it is going to land on your host mission or sharing mode. Okay. What is this recovery? Just failure. If anything is there, we can recover the instance. Okay. Okay. If allocate, again, they will check the take request. So the number of dedicated hosts you have requested, one would be give to total up to one the specified group of instance type 3 exceed your current limit. Okay, I don't have any limit to raise this dedicated host. I have already raised couple of weeks back. So after that I have suspended. So from the T3, I don't have any permissions to raise the dedicated host, they are saying. Okay, so if I face any issue, I can contact the AWS team. They can give the request to allocate dedicated host. Okay, this is the process we are going to do. But in real time, we are not go with any option to choose dedicated host and other things. We are only choose instance, normal on demand or reserved. These two options only. Why? See, as a AWS engineer, I'll work to develop the activities, test the activities in the environment, right? To develop, to test, why I need to choose for reserved instance, dedicated host, saving plans and other things. I just launch instance and upload my application and test it. My application is working fine. I'll just terminate my instance. It's a matter of hours, right? Right? No need to reserve for 1 year or 3 years to test. Now everything done now. Development part done. Testing part done. I'm going to hand over this entire project to client. Now client will decide, do I need to dedicate, do I need to reserve or go with on demand? Definitely in the production environment, they will go with reserved only. Okay. 3 years, 9 years, 6 years, they can just increase, renewal the process. Clear? To test, to development, no need to go with reserved instance. Once project is going to production, then we can enable reserved instance. Okay, we should understand here 3 points, like on demand, spot, reserved. Dedicated host is for more, will get more bill, but will get more secure compared to sharing instance. What is the difference between sharing instance and dedicated instance? Dedicated instance always dedicated on dedicated host. Sharing instance, other people also can create EC2 mission on the same other dedicated host. Clear? These are the main difference. Okay. Anyone has any doubts? No IPs here. There is no concept of IPs, guys. Anyone has any doubts? No? Okay. Capacity reservation, last one. Sir, show us instance type. I'm not getting so high. Can you please ask your question? Okay, let me finish this capacity reservation. I'll just give you time to ask questions. Okay. Guys, here the simple thing. Create capacity of reservation. Okay. If you can click this one, instance type is there. You just go with required instance type T2 medium, T2 micro. Okay. AP South 1 and 9 just instance I have given. See, if you can see here, capacity reservation details. Okay. I can reserve the capacity of, what is the capacity here? Storage, simply store. I'm not going to create instance in this time, but I should allocate some space. Okay. For 1 year. If required, I'm going to create instance on this space. Okay. For example, if I give time 4th today, time is 8:24, right? 8:26:00. If I give here, my whatever the capacity reservation is allocated for till 8:26 for today. If I create this one, confirm capacity reservation. See, I have reserved the capacity for till 8:26 active mode now. Okay. Did I create any instance on this? I just reserved capacity only. If I want to create instance, I'll just check, go to actions, launch instance. Okay, test. Now question to everyone. Can I create on this T3 large? Why? Can I create T2 medium on this capacity reservation? I will come to all questions. Just complete. Let me complete this one topic. Can I create T2 medium? Fail. The reason is, see, read this one, guys. Capacity reservation attribute does not match with requested instance parameter. Attribute instance type requested values T2 medium, expected values T2 micro. What is this? Yes, I have raised the request for capacity reservation only for T2 micro. You can create only T2 micro instance on this capacity. You don't have capacity for T3 medium. But if I allocated space for T2 medium, I can create T2 micro. This is the difference you should understand. Clear? Okay. Now the request, if you can see, is the capacity reservation. See, this is my reservation, active mode, right? Starts 2 minutes back. Okay. I have given time when ends 8:26 a.m., right? After 8:26, even if you're trying to create T2 micros, it's not possible. Your capacity reserved for only 3 minutes. Okay. If you can just refresh, expired status. Clear? So you should learn, compare all the service types. Don't read only spot for today and tomorrow saving plans and day after tomorrow reserved instance. You just compare the things. What is the main difference of reserved instance? What is the main difference of dedicated? What is the main difference of spot? Main difference capacity reservation. You just compare with reserved instance and capacity of reservation. What is the main difference, guys? Can anyone please? Reserved instance, capacity reservation. What is the main difference? Very good. Reserved instance is for 1 year or 3 years. What about capacity? Yes, capacity reservation, we can reserve the capacity, even time base also, minutes also, even seconds, hours, and days, weeks, months, till your wish. There is no limits. You can lock the capacity based on your request. Okay, that is the main difference. Okay, but reserved instance, if you can reserve the instance created at the time, right? Once reserved done, automatically instance got created. But capacity reservation, capacity is reserved here, not instance. You should create instance required time, right? So here main difference is, once you take the capacity reservation, immediately billing will start. You are just locking the capacity, right? In that case, on the capacity, you will get a bill. But the other difference is, once you create an instance, you will get instance price and capacity price at the time only. But until create a EC2 missions, you will get only capacity bill. You can save it like this way also, right? But reserved instance, you should pay 1 year, 3 year at that time. Upfront fees is there, and you should at that time instance also got create in reserved instance. But in the capacity reservation, instance is not going to create. You should create instance when you require. You can terminate, and you can create, you can terminate. But here the main advantage is here, capacity reservation. If you can choose, you can pay the bill. My voice is clear. Anyone please confirm? Online team? Prem, can you please check your end? I think. Okay. So capacity reservation, if you can reserve the capacity, required time, you can create an instance on top of your capacity, right? So capacity you can reserve till your wish, whatever time until it will work, you can give the time and until it can work. So if the time is whatever time you have given, after that, it's going to expire mode, even though after that you are unable to create any mission on that capacity reservation. This is the main difference. Okay. Now you can ask any questions on the instance block except launch template. I haven't discussed till now. Okay. So instance types, spot request, saving plans, reserved instance, dedicated host, capacity reservation. On top of all, if you have any questions, you can ask me now. Sir, while creating capacity reservation, are we going to pay any amount? That's what I'm saying, right? You should pay on-demand amount for capacity reservation. For example, instance and capacity. If you're creating instance, if you're paying $5, But if you go with capacity reservation, you can pay $3 until create the instance. Once instance got created, at the time you can pay $5. Clear? It's just you are locking the saving plans. You can go with the yes. Nothing is there here. It's a little, they're saying saving plans are flexible pricing model offer low price. And see, EC, instead of using EC2, they're saying go with Fargate, Lambda. We can discuss all those things in coming classes. Okay. So if your launch application on EC2 mission, you can go with Lambda. We have an option. If you just choose with Lambda, you will get a price discount. They're saying alternate methods of EC2, not for pricing these things. Okay. Next, go with here instance significant discounts on instance saving plan. If you can see here, yes, they are saying just use the families so that we can get the discount only. North Virginia may be less price, they're saying. Okay. So, and they're saying compute saving plans. If you can go with EC2, we should pay for regions, OS and something. But for Fargate Lambda, compared to EC2, we can go with Fargate as the option for EC2. And Lambda can go with that. But see, there is again limitations. If you can go with Fargate, if you can go with Lambda, based on your requirement only, you can choose whether it is EC2 or Fargate or Lambda. Okay. EC2 100% will work for all applications, but Lambda, there is many limitations for Lambda, many limitations for Fargate. Okay, accordingly you can choose the platform they are saying, flexible platforms. Okay, now tell me guys, if you have any doubts, I'll just clear the. I haven't discussed till now EBS, just park your question, please. Yes, see guys, if we stop instance, still we need to pay. Anyone answer this question? Yes, we should pay bill for storage. Okay. If you stop instance, whatever the libraries and operating system is going to stop only. But the backend storage is there, right? We should pay the storage, right? Hard disk amount that we can pay. Same thing. If you can go with capacity reservation, we should pay for only storage, right? Until you create instance. If you create instance, you can pay both. Terminate, no need to pay any bill. If you terminate, if there is an option, I will show it, don't worry. If you terminate, the EBS also will terminate. Okay. Otherwise, there is two options. While terminating instance time, if I want to delete hard disk also, you can delete it. No, my hard disk, no need to delete, only instance is going to terminate. The reason is, if you want to create one more instance in the later days, you can use this hard disk, you can create instance. Whatever the things are there in the previous instance, you will get it back for the instance. Same thing guys, in your laptop hard disk is there, right? If you want to just purchase, sell your laptop, you can take a backup of hard disk and connect to other mission. That is the same thing I'm trying to say to here. Okay. Uma, what is your doubt? See, even after terminating the instance, I still see the instance, but what is the state at the time? Terminate, right? You can consider the state only. May to refresh the things in that, it will take time in the dashboard itself, but you should understand the state only, not your mission. Then fine. Okay. If all clear, I'll just move to one basics concept again. Guys, I haven't complete creation of EC2 instance. Just one day I have shown you how to create, but once discuss all parameter 7 steps in detail. Later we can create instance, you will get more clarity at that time. Okay. So we haven't discussed what is EBS, what is operating system image, what is security groups, what is VPC. We haven't discussed anything till now. Just general, very high level. I have shown you to create EC2 mission, how the labs look like to get an understand only. I have shown you guys. Don't confuse. All done. Okay. If all done, why I said 10 days required to complete all those things. Sir, I have a doubt. I want to store my personal data in the cloud with what instance should you? To store data, why instance required here? Are you use any laptop to store your data? To purchase laptop to store your data, guys? To store your data, what is the options we have? What happened? Pen drive, hard disk, any operating system required to store your data? No. Then why we need to create an institute machine to store your data? You will get it coming classes. This you will get an answer from coming classes. Don't worry. We can install virtual machine in our laptop. On that we can create storage and server use this. So I think you are saying virtualization concept, Tulsiram. Terminating instance also will also delete the storage. Yes, there is a two options. Along with instance, if you want to delete the storage also, you can check that box. You can delete both. Otherwise, if you uncheck, the instance is going to delete, but storage still there. The reason is you can use the storage for next instance if there is a dependencies. Instance is basically for system configuration. Am I right? I'm not understanding here. Dinesh, please. Instance is nothing but server, right? Then what is the configuration? Instance is a system, not configuration. With yes, that's what I have already called out, right, Rohit? If you choose for T3 large capacity, you can use anything in that range. But if you can choose T3 micro, you don't create T3 large. Even it's not created. If you try, I have already shown you here. We already prove here. Next. So these are mainly theoretically important. These concepts, no need to prove practically. If you know the, please silence, guys. If you know the concept of pricing models, that's fine. No need to go with practicals. In real time, we won't choose anything here for an AWS practice. Okay. But you should understand the tariffs. If may ask, what is the best tariff to, I'm going to host mission for 1 year, 3 years, or 4 years. What is the best tariff? Just simply you should go with reserved. You can say that. Next. Anyone has any doubts on tariffs? No doubts? Online, offline? This is instance modules. Under instance module, we covered these topics, but comes under here, load balancer auto scaling. It will take for here only 4 days time. Okay, but these we can finish it in early 1 day, no problem. So tomorrow I'm going to discuss AMI and EBS. Okay. So these, if you can see, okay, please brief about capacity reservation. Okay. Guys, if you can see here, capacity reservation is nothing but you see if I draw a server here, wait, there is a server here. Okay. Okay, there is a server here. Application, OS, and hardware. Okay. If I choose here hardware, OS, and application. Okay. Capacity reservation. Okay. If you reserve a capacity of T2 micro or okay, T2 micro. Okay. I have reserved capacity for T2 micro. So immediately here allocate 1 CPU, right? And 1 GB, sorry, 0.5 GB RAM. RAM. Okay. 0.5 GB RAM here. So you reserve this capacity only. Okay. You haven't select operating system. You haven't select which application. Okay. And you haven't created any EC2 machine on this capacity reservation. You have just reserved this capacity only. If required, you just create instance from this reservation. Sorry, create EC2 from reservation, capacity reservation. Okay, so here we can pay full bill like both hard disk and EC2, right? Clear? But here we can pay only storage. Okay, this is the options. So we can control capacity reservation by given your time. Okay. So until you create instance on top of your reserve, what is the capacity? You will pay only bill for capacity reservation, no for instance. Okay, on top of your hard disk, if you create a EC2 machine, you can pay the entire EC2 bill on on-demand tariff. Clear, guys? Any doubts now? Please, these questions at this time, no. Ashwin, I will discuss everything. Till now, we haven't launched EC2 in detail. Okay, in detail, when I say in detail, you don't know what is AMI. You don't know what is elastic IP. You don't know what is security groups. We should learn all those things first, and we can create one EC2 mission full-fledgedly. After that, we can discuss advanced topics in the EC2. Okay. If I show user data here, other people may confuse. No, we'll just go with step by step. Anyone has any doubts on tariffs now? Non-ITs, do you have any doubts? Respond here so that I can understand. Otherwise, I will repeat same class tomorrow also. Offline, anyone has any doubts? Respond here. Don't see. Only Nagalakshmi is there. 65 people. Clear, right? No doubts, right? Okay. This is a theory topic actually, but we just discuss in a practical level. Okay. One question to everyone. Lab material. What does mean? Screenshots. I'm not understanding. What is the lab material here? Chandrasekhar? Documents for what? Step. Each steps. Each steps. Is it possible to give each steps? Lab. PPTs, guys. See, don't encourage yourself to follow any steps. Okay, that is not at all big practice for you. If you can see the steps and do the practice, is there any use here? No need to learn. Simply go with the steps. Don't do that. Understand the concept and do the lab yourself only. Okay, don't expect any lab steps. See, if I create EC2 instance, high level steps are only 7, but in depth, we can discuss 50 steps are there. To take screenshots of 50, if I share here, it's a very difficult task, right? Study material, I will give everything. See, I will give today enter instance material. Okay, what is reserve type, instance type, spot, saving, reserve, everything I will share you. Already done instance block. That's the reason I'm going to share today. Okay, I will give study material, yes, but not for lab steps. See, simple guys, if you have a knowledge and theory, what is reserve instance, you know, right? Just go to here. Is there any unknown things are there here? No, right? Is there any Python program is there? No. If you can see platform, we are in the Linux mission platform and term, 1 year or 3 years. Payment option, upfront or partial upfront. I said EMS, right? Upfront or all front. Here, which type of instance? Search. You will get a list. Go to here and add to cart. You will be able to see the details. That's it. Is there any rocket science? If you don't know what is reserved instance, if you can go here, definitely you may confuse what is the terms, what is the options, what is T3 micro. But now you have a knowledge, right, to do this activity. Okay, just do it, guys. Okay. So just I will take your time for 10 minutes. Very important topic. Protocols. What is this, guys? Theory concept. What is protocol? Set of rules for what? Set of rules for what? To communicate data, right? Just we can write that point. Set of rules to communicate or transfer the data. Okay. Okay. Anyone share protocols? If we order one instance, Anjali, if you order one instance, how can we cancel if we don't want to move to other instance? Which platform you're talking about, Anjali? Okay. So I'm saying set of rules communicate or transfer the data. So indirectly data communication. Okay. What is the client server architecture? As we know already, this is server, right? This is client, means laptop. This is my server. How to communicate client and server? By IP, right? Yes, IP. What is IP here? Let's take 192.168.1.2. Let's example IPv4. I will discuss what is IPv4. Don't worry. So definitely the request will go to server IP, but which protocol they are using to communicate your server? That is your point here. So if you can go here, you just click on here. If you can see in the website, see the secure manner, right? Means HTTPS. If there is no secure, HTTP protocol. If you can see any website, it will start from protocol like HTTP, like this way. HTTP / and IP, right? Or domain name. So here IP and domain name are the target of your server, identifier of server, but how to communicate? By using this protocol, HTTP or HTTPS. Okay. So you are saying to exchange the data from client to server, use this protocol. This is the meaning by enabling the data communication. Okay. What is data communication? How it will work? What is HTTP? What is HTTPS? I will discuss right away. Okay. Okay. See here. HTTP. What is HTTP? Hyper Text Transfer Protocol. Okay, HTTP. And what did HTTPS? Hyper Text Transfer Protocol Secure. Okay, which one is the secure? So the name itself is clearly there, right? So before understanding to security groups, we should understand protocols. Then we can move to security groups. Okay. So it will work based on the port. It will allow the communication protocol, allow the communication to target device by through port numbers. Through port numbers. I will show you how to. So like that way, we have a two HTTPS request we have, right? So we have a two port numbers, default port numbers. That is for here 80 is for HTTP. HTTPS is for 443. It's a default port numbers. If you are allowing HTTP protocol to your server, you should enable 80 port number into your server. Okay. What is this secure? Called firewalls. We discussed in the firewalls. We are allow authorized traffic only, block unauthorized traffic by enabling the port numbers. Okay. So in this case, my HTTP protocol, if you are allowing to your server, you should enable in your server side respect to port number 80 or 443. Okay. Here HTTP : // okay, the same request will go here. HTTPS so the same IP you can give 168.1.2. okay, actually this colon will come after / anyway. So now what we can understand from these two concepts, we have a majorly two protocols, HTTP, HTTPS for access in a web. Okay. So if you want to talk customer care, okay, what you will get first options, you should select which language you are comfortable. The reason is to exchange your communication between you and customer care. If don't know Hindi, if you select Hindi, definitely data loss will be there. Right? Data loss is nothing but if you talk 1 minute, they can understand only 1 or 2 seconds what you are saying. Remaining all data loss. I mean, what you are saying, enter the loss. Okay, you should select respect to language. Here also to communication established between client and server, we should select respect to protocol to save the loss of the data. So here, why HTTP is not secure? Why HTTPS is more secure? The reason is, let's suppose WhatsApp you have, right? If you are send some details to your friend, if you can see in the WhatsApp, whatever your calls and messages are encrypted. If you can see that message in WhatsApp, it will be there. They are using HTTPS protocol. Okay. So what is encryption? What is plain text? So if you send your friend, if you send details, your details to your friend, for example, account number. Okay. Account number 2010 something account number. Okay. To your friend. The request will go to your friend mobile, right? If you are using HTTP protocol, the request will go from source to end in the plain text format. What is plain text format here? Whatever data you are sending, the data will go as is. There is no layers is applied for secure. Okay. So, but in HTTPS, the data will go in encrypted format. So instead of account number, the data may will go 2 and 0 and 4 and something. In between your account number is there. Okay. This is encrypted format. Okay. Encrypted format. So the reason is your request will go through over the internet or not? Over the internet. Plain text format. Okay. See, if someone may want to access your data from internet. Okay. Okay. So if these guys want to hack your data, if the data is in plain text format, okay, if they can hack, definitely the data present in their system, right? And after hacking the details, definitely he can understand your account details. Okay. And simply they can read your data. They can understand what you are doing in between client and server. The same example, if you are logging your internet banking, you are giving just username, password, and they can access easily. Okay. So this is plain text format. If you can use HTTP protocol, so not secure. Plain text format. What data you are sending as is, it's just travel between client and server through the internet. If you choose HTTPS protocol, the same person will come and access your details. They can understand this encryption, right? There is no key to decrypt this encrypted code. Decrypt is nothing but we're encrypting this 2012098991 something account number. If you want to read, we can decrypt by using the same key. Okay, that they don't know, right? What key we are maintaining. And even if they want to read this data, they can unable to understand what it is even in encrypted format. If you can see in the, if you are logging in your account details, your username in the plain text format, but in the password in the encrypted format, even you are also unable to see what you are typing in that. You will get stars. The reason is encrypted format. Okay, password by default encrypted format. The request we can send it like that only. Clear what I'm saying? So these are the major difference of protocols HTTP, HTTPS. So in the security groups, we should allow to access your application inside server to client missions. We should enable to these protocols to access your application. If it is a public, okay, this if it is a public only. So in your Flipkart, Amazon, they are working, the backend is, it will work based on the HTTPS protocols to communicate data between source and client. Okay. Anyone has any doubts? Yes, I'll come to that, Dinesh. Okay. Clear? Anyone has any doubts? Very high level of HTTP and HTTPS. Okay. So for HTTPS, how we can secure your IP or your domain name? What is your domain name? What is mean by domain name? Which service you are going to use to convert your IP to domain name? DNS, right? DNS, right? We can convert our domain name into IP to domain name. We are using DNS, but you just leave about DNS route 53 in AWS. You can call route 53. Okay. Okay. So guys, now HTTPS is not a free of cost. You have any domain name, if you have an IP, if you want to enable HTTPS, we should create certificate. Okay, so that is AWS Secure Certificate Manager. One more service, Certificate Manager. We should provide our domain name details over there. So we will get SSL or TSL certificate. Okay. Okay. So if you want to secure your domain name, Flipkart already done this job. That's the reason it will work HTTPS protocol. Okay. If you, so in our practice, we are simply accessing IP, but in the after few days, we are learning Route 53, right? At that time, we are going to create one domain name, everyone. At that domain name, we can provide a secure to, we can provide our details in AWS Security Manager. Immediately, Security Manager, we can give the one certificate after provide your details, that is SSL or TSL certificate. Okay. So the reason is, okay, the reason is the same concept. I will say here one more slide. Complete HTTPS. Guys, just 2 minutes, done. Okay. So here Flipkart domain name, I'm taking an example. Okay. So they're already that they have done the job of generating SSL certification. Okay. Or TLS certification. Secure socket layer, transport secure layer. The two things. Okay. Once they are going to access the server, Flipkart server, client server architecture, we will get the response, right? This is we know. But in HTTPS, so once you create a certificate, the certificate, once this system may access Flipkart, the request will go to server. The server will generate certificate to this mission. If the both certificates are same, both whatever the verification done, yes, this domain already registered. Okay, this domain already registered. So we can give the access, then immediately based on the certificate, we can go and access the Flipkart server. Okay. So if the same person, hacker, will come to access your server. Okay. So server is start to authenticate this guy. Okay. If there is no certificate with them, immediately block their access. Okay. Immediately only this guy only access. So thus HTTPS will get like that way only. It is not free of cost. Simply we can create a domain, we can access HTTPS, will won't work. We should give your details into AWS Security Manager. AWS Security Manager once authenticate, done your domain name, then we can access. Clear? We can do in the lab itself. These are in coming classes. But Sohail or someone is asked this question. That's the reason just have explained.